Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In today's video I thought I haven't done a floor 4 guide in a while and I thought I'd make another one. Yeah, this is going to be my floor 4 team for bird. This is bird of course, not deer. I don't farm deer at the moment. I will start farming deer soon. I've almost maxed out all the bird upgrades. But yeah, this is we are running the best team. This is the best team in my opinion. Tier gives you so much bulk that it becomes basically impossible to lose. If you don't have tier, Beru works, Ella Lolly Merlin works, Nabe from Overlord also works, but yeah, these three here are key. You can probably change out Xion for like Lolly Merlin once again, or any of the characters I previously mentioned, if you do have tier and you don't have Xion, but this is the best team. For card set we are running of course if everyone's the same race we get 15% attack related stats because everyone is the same race. For the gear, as we've got attack crit, HP defense, attack crit, with the red thumbnail being on tier because tier is one that's going to get targeted by the bird. For Link, everyone's running HP defense. We've got Mael on, of course, Thor, so she can do as much damage as possible. Sariel on Xion, because Xion crits quite frequently. And then I've just put Margaret on Miguel just for CC, there is no other reason for it. But yeah, let's get on with it. I will also be explaining the gimmicks as we go through it. Of course, if you guys want to see a video where I try out, I guess, different teams, maybe like 3 separate teams, then yeah, leave a comment saying you want to see it and I'll make a video on it. This is just me, once again, going over my team and what I do to farm it, basically, because this boss is quite easy to farm now, it doesn't take very long. So turn 1, you don't have to worry about too much. This first phase only really has a gimmick of that it will debuff you, it will AoE debuff you, lowering your attack related stats and also giving you the effect disable, which is a little bit irritating, but we have Xion and Tyr who both have a auto cleanse when you play 3 single targets. So what I normally do is I want to get the buff, so I'll play these 2 that are Rampage, so it's a Pierce Rate skill, and then a Power Strike skill, and then I'll play an Amplify skill, and then I'll play this as well. This is mainly just for hand space, and it also does really decent damage. There you go. Shield's damage isn't the best, but now we've got the buff as well, which means Miguel does a little bit more, and then Thor does a nice chunk of damage as well. This phase is quite easy, just bird itself has been nerfed so much to the point where it is now just generally very easy, which is good. Basically, I got really lucky. I might just let the gimmick play out, solely just so I can show you what I do. Which is why I will do, because once again with a hand like this I can kill, so you want level 2s for next phase, so I'll do something like this. There you go, and I got 2 level 2s, and then I would waste a skill. I'm not going to play this because this will kill it. I'll just move Thor instead. Don't really want it merging to a gold, because golds for some reason don't count for next phase, which is kind of irritating, even though technically it's higher than level 2. But yeah, on this turn we're going to get debuffed, you'll see it here. Not this skill, but the final skill will be a debuff which will disable my hand and disable effect on skills. It will also give me an attack lower. Here it is. This skill here. This is kind of irritating, but normally because you either got Xion or you've got green tier, or cleanse here, I would then play these 2, and then you would play like another skill to trigger either Xion or Tier's passive, which is triggered by playing 3 single target skills. As you can see here, that's 1, so I can do much. On the 3rd skill, it does cleanse it, so now, boom, everyone's cleansed. Cleanses just before the 3rd skill is played. And now, not only does everyone get a heal, because of Tier's passive, Tyr actually heals. If you play 3 single targets and he removes the debuff, the person who's had the debuff removed gets cleansed, which is pretty handy. On this phase here, you want to keep level 2 skills for the 2nd turn. Thor's ult will do a lot of damage. If you're 2/6 or higher, you can play it basically without needing to have the shield, because when you play 3 of these level 2s, you get a shield, and you become quite strong. So the reason why you have to wait till the 2nd turn, solely because it plays a skill where if you don't have the shield, which was what you get by playing 3 level 2s, you basically get nuked. You won't die to it. If you're using this exact team, you will actually tank it quite well. You can actually survive a few turns. I've actually done it before where I've just not had any level 2s because I've had really bad RNG. But yeah, this team is really good. Once again, taking like no damage. If you're also not running this team, it might break your shield on your tank, so I would recommend wasting, so if you're using Lolly Merlin, you want to waste your Lolly Merlin skills, because you won't be able to do any damage without the shield, basically. I'll play the tier skill. Get rid of it. Shield's damage is quite good. If you do pop Shion's ult, let's say you get Shion's ult beforehand, and you pop it, let's say the previous turn, Shion can actually hit damage cap without the shield, because Amplify is extremely broken. As you can see, Thor's doing crazy damage still. Tyr's damage also isn't too bad. We cleanse, we've got the shield. This shield is extremely powerful with damage reduction, because damage reduction just count on top of it. There you go, that's the skill that missed, that's the reason why you need the shield on the second turn. There you go, not much damage. If you are running basically any other tank, or you're not running this exact team, it will break the shield on at least your tank. It is possible to brace it on others, but once again, it's far and few between. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, it's not always guaranteed. We'll waste this, that should land the kill, and I'll move Magelda for Magelda's ult. We need power. So for next phase, we need Power Strike or Amplify or Thor skills. What I mean Thor skills is basically just the 2 effects Thor has. If Thor does get disabled, which can happen this phase, it does have a disable skill, Thor skills do not count. It is the effects of the Thor skills that counts, which of course are very unique to Thor, being Lightning Strike and Thunderbolt. Those are the 2 skills that you can play to remove the stacks. So you need to remove these 8 immortality stacks. If you do not crit it, you'll see here, with these 2 skills, it will get a damage increase, and the way to remove those damage increases is by critting. You remove 2 damage increases per skill that crits, so if you, let's say, once again, you're going to see here, I'm going to get 2 stacks, and I'm going to play a skill that crits, and it's going to remove both the stacks. There we go, and then both stacks disappear. Initially, this was, I believe, 10 immortality stacks on release, but now they've nerfed it 8, so it is doable in 3 turns, which is pretty good. Every turn, he does give you a grey effect, which disables a type of skill, so it's stance, then I believe it's like debuff, then I want to say it's buff, and then recovery. Which is why if you are running Lolly Merlin, you can have your skills disabled, which is a little bit irritating, but it's not too bad. Of course, the reason why I run this team is you've got so many. So you've got basically 3 usable skills with Thor, 1 with Tyr, 2 with Magelda, and 2 with Xion, which is all good. Also, everyone on this team has a single target skill, apart from Thor's ult, Tyr's ult, and Magelda's cleanse skill, which is really handy for everyone else's passive. If you want characters that are guaranteed going to crit, so with the buff, Tyr's most likely going to crit with this skill, which is of course the Amplify skill, which is the one you want to play. Magelda's most likely not going to crit unless you've got, what's her name, Lolly Merlin. With Lolly Merlin, she can crit very rarely. Shield's basically always going to crit as long as she has the buff from her own passive, which is you play 3 single targets. And once again, Thor's basically always going to crit no matter what anyway. Just be careful, because sometimes she can miss a crit. So if you don't have the Thunder God's Judgment, I think whatever it's called, her buff, sometimes the Thunderstorm, this skill won't crit. Sometimes. Which is a little bit sad. But yeah, we can kill her. As you can see, Xion got disabled. The disable is random. It will just pick a random enemy to disable. It won't always pick your tank. Sometimes it will go for Thor, sometimes it goes for Magelda, sometimes it does go for your tank, and once again, sometimes it also does go for Xion as well. We'll cleanse up here just to get rid of it. I also get the Power Strike ultimate, because that could be pretty handy for the next phase. I like to keep a lot of Thor skills for the next phase as well. I'm also going to waste the Xion skill, because I don't really need it anymore. But yeah, on to the final phase, which is a little bit... it's quite easy. You can just try to 1-turn it. It's that easy. It used to be kind of irritating because it used to have like, oh, it could revive or it could full heal, and it had like a flood single target, and it's got an insta-kill debuff, which isn't really too bad, especially if you're running Xion and Tyr, or even just one of them. You can pretty much evade that effect. But when the damage cap, I believe, is about 25%. When you drop it to that, let's just say we drop it to 75%, it gets a buff. It is I believe it's 100% defense related stats or 50% defense related stats. We'll see when we get to it. And after that, then when you drop it to 50%, it then gets a HP related stat boost, which I believe is also about 50%. And when you drop it to below 25%, it gets a 50% attack related stat boost. With a team like this using Tyr, even with the 50% attack related stat boost, it doesn't really scratch the surface. We may just be able to nuke it, because we do have a really, really good setup. My recommendation, if you can get Magelda's ult, to play Magelda's ult. Thor's ult guaranteed a damage cap. Magelda's ult will do a good chunk of damage. For the HP related stat bit, I recommend playing Thor's spike skill, this one, just because it does so much more damage than the seven one. So we'll do this. That would guarantee damage cap. There you go, 25%. It's got the defense related stat boost. Damage cap again. We play this skill because it does more damage than the other one, guaranteeing damage cap, and then boom, we land the kill. It's really easy to 1-turn, especially if you know what you're doing, you know what buffs you're coming up with, and yeah, it's not too bad, it's not too gimmicky. If you leave it too long, it does get an evade buff, which is a little bit irritating. This team does not have any buff removal, which is quite bad, but as long as you've got like good ultimates and you know what you're doing, you should be fine. Even with Lolly Merlin, she can put out insane amounts of damage, even with her AoE skill, so you should be all good. My only warning that I forgot to mention is that do not play the Lolly Merlin AoE skill on the 3rd phase, because it will actually increase the immortality stacks. I don't know why, just I think Infect seems to do that. Yeah, really good team. Highly recommend this team if you can make it. And let me know in the comments if you want to see a video where I use different teams for this, maybe even the OG teams. But anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.